you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and welcome to my house. Baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go. Welcome to my house. Play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Morning comes and you know what you are. Stay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of DCA Wildcats and the first of our double header night. If you're watching this live on YouTube Premiere, this is D-Wall here with you on commentary, and what a huge night of action we have for you. This is, again, like I said, if you're watching on YouTube Premiere, this is the first of our double header day here in DCA, the first time we're doing this, as we get set for Redline, Shattered Midnight, and Gateway to Heaven. But we have a lot in store for you here tonight, including the in-ring, Wildcats in-ring, return of Carmen Cortez taking on Strawberry Suki tonight. We're kicking off the action with some tag team wrestling. And speaking of tag teams, we're going to find out who's going to challenge Bree George and SVR Sugar for the Wildcats Tag Team Championships here tonight. That fatal four-way is going to take place later on tonight. Also, the rematch will happen tonight. Ariane Sophie Jones will defend the Diamonds title against Dani Rojas. That match has been highly anticipated, and that's going to take place here tonight. And we will also hear from the Wildcats champion herself, Beatrix Decker. And I believe she's going to be in action as well tonight in the main event. So a lot going on here tonight, as Shattered Midnight is just a few days away. That's right, I said days. And then in 2 weeks, hopefully, the end of this year, we'll see Gateway to Heaven, the final DCA mega event of 2025. But tonight we are getting set for tag team action with a new team, but a team that some people will be familiar with. One of the competitors in it, by the way, who's making her return. This is the Vibe. And again, if you don't recognize the one on the left, then you haven't been paying attention to DCA very well. The one on the right, the left, the one in the center of your screen, is Natty Rocks. And then her tag team partner, the big girl, on the other side of the ring, she's new. She just started. Kay Razy, who is Roxy's new tag team partner. They have been teaming in Wrestle Parade, and now they are here in DCA. Of course, you know Natty has had a tag team partner in the past, but I believe Kay Razy has been teaming with Natty for a lot longer. This should be a very interesting matchup for sure between these two teams. And teams that you know are going to be paying a very close eye on whoever leaves Shattered Midnight as the Wildcats Tag Team Champions. Shazine has been making a point to sign more Wrestle Parade talent to bolster the Wildcats division, and she has made good on her promise. But then Natty gets a super kick right off the bat. This could be over immediately. Only a 1 count. Rianne Starr in the ring with Natty Rojas to kick off this night. Again, a huge night of action here on Wildcats. Thank you for joining me once again for another episode, as we are getting closer and closer to Shattered Midnight, our final Wildcats special episodic event for this season. As now Natty gets caught. Alabama slam by Lexi Gates. But yes, Red Line will be takedown episode 229. Shattered Midnight will be at Wildcats episode 234. And those are coming in just a few days' time. And then after that, it is full steam ahead to Gateway to Heaven. And then that is the last, as you know, that is the last DCA mega event before Revelations 10. The biggest revelations perhaps of all time, and that is going to take place in the near future. As now Natty Rojas has been, I think she was rocked by that super kick, to be honest. But don't count Natty Rojas out just yet. She's a very, very tough individual. And now a knee right to the face. Like I've said before, the Hated Gates are probably the premier team in DCA. They have been together the longest. They have not split up. They have not turned on each other. They have been a cohesive unit ever since they formed it. Look at Natty go! Trust fall over the top. And like I said, don't count Natty Rojas out just yet. She is a very dangerous but charismatic individual, as you can see. And now Kay Razy's gonna get her first action here. A mountain of a woman taking down Natty. And I think Natty has found somebody that she can, no pun intended, vibe with. And look at Rianne. Rianne couldn't even take her down with that clothesline. And big right hand. And now Rianne gets stomped out. Oh, but a cheap shot by Lexi. But Razy's not even taking that, and she's not even phased. Big arm drag. Into the cover. 1, 2. No. And I think this team, the Vibe, could have a very good mix of power and speed. As you see again, Rianne just unable to take the big woman down. Look at that, just gets shoved away at every turn. And now the tag's made, and look at this. Backbreaker and an elbow. And Natty doing something that is supposed to be banned, and then gets shot blocked for it. Cover 2. If this was Madhouse Entertainment, that would have been a 3. And now the tactician that is Lexi Gates going after the arms. And now Lexi up top waiting for Natty to get up to her feet. I don't know what she has planned here. Meteor from the top. And a cover. But K-Razy immediately breaking that up. Again, I think this could be a very formidable team in the tag team division going forward. And now Natty, again, that charisma coming out to play here. Big right hands. What Natty make? What I'm trying to say is what Natty doesn't have in strength and size, she certainly makes up for in charisma and speed. And now look at this again. Razy is probably the X factor in this team. Look at this. This woman is a powerhouse. Oh my God. Got her up. Neck breaker. I don't think Lexi was ready for that. Oh, and I don't think she's ready for this either. No, wait a minute. Maybe she is. And a big knee. And that finally got the big woman down. Oh, and look at the strength of Lexi. Spinning her down with that fall-away slam. Or not a fall-away slam, a fireman's carry into that forward roll. A Finley roll if you want to be more specific about it. But K-Razy's got Ariane up and just drops her with a cutter. And Ariane back up, the adrenaline flowing through her right now. Float over, nope. Going for a DDT, but Natty able to counter. Natty now with a stunner. 1, 2, no. Lexi breaking that up immediately. But Natty not letting it phase her. She's going right back to work. And now again, just more strikes. Look at this. Natty's fun to watch, man. I mean, I've known her for so long, and all the staff and talent at Wrestle Parade. Like I said, if it wasn't for Wrestle Parade, Wildcats wouldn't be as big as it is, because they came in at just the right time. That partnership came in at just the right time. And to see Natty still here, still moving and vibing, no pun intended, is great to see. But they are in the ring with the best, in my opinion, the best female tag team in DCA. And that's saying a lot, considering we've had the Rave Slayers, we've had Alika and Delia, we've had the Neo Diva Revolution, we've had so many legendary teams come through here. But when you talk about teams that have stayed around for the long haul, you know, some of those teams, it wasn't their fault that they left. There's other factors that got into play with that, and unfortunate circumstances and things like that. And, you know, I wish they were back every day. But in terms of the here and now, the Hated Gates are the team, in my opinion. They may not have the gold, but when it comes to consistency in the division, you got to look at these two, Lexi and Ariane. And it wouldn't shock me if at some point they have the Wildcats tag titles again for a third time. They've already held them twice. And now K-Razy's getting double teamed, and that might be the only thing that they can do to take her down. Nice double team offense by the Hated Gates. And now Ariane with a forearm, but it doesn't take her down. That drop kick does, though. And again, these two teams are maybe going to be keeping their eye on the Wildcats tag title match coming up at Shattered Midnight. And who is going to be challenging for those titles? And we're going to find that out later on tonight in that four-way match. And now Irish Whip has now Ariane trying to get K-Razy out of the ring. And now getting a running start, but gets a boot. Gets two souls right in the face, because those are definitely not boots, I can tell you that right now. Natty, look at this. Bangarang. Shades of former Wildcats champion Maimimi Ishibashi with that one. But now Natty gets dropped on her head with a DDT. And now tag made again. In comes K-Razy. And a forearm. And now Natty gets sent up, but I think Ariane's doing the smart thing. Well, I was going to say doing the smart thing, but now look at this. Flatlines her. Taking Natty down, and now going after K-Razy. Hatred cutter. The cover, 1, 2, no. And you hear the fans, tag team wrestling. That's what Wildcats and Takedown have been all about for years. One of the staples of DCA has been our tag teams. Whether it's the KBC over on Takedown or this here tonight. Oh my God. I think Ariane is on another level here tonight. I think the Hated Gates don't want this new team to come in and make a name at their expense. And now, oh, what is this? Double back body drop from Brett's rope. The most dangerous rope. And with Natty Rojas isolated, they're going to try and take out the big woman. And another cutter. That's got to be it. 1, 2, 3. Like I said, it seemed like the Hated Gates just turned it up to another notch, just completely out of nowhere. They are dead serious. They want the Wildcats tag team titles again. And I'll tell you right now, the vibe really brought it to him here tonight. It will not be the last time we see them here in DCA. But the Hated Gates are on a mission, and they want to show that they still want those belts back in the worst way possible. Wildcats is back on the air. Thank you for joining for another episode. We had a hell of a tag match just kick off the show between the Vibe and the Hated Gates. Like I said, this will not be the last time the Vibe is going to be in DCA for sure. They put a hell of a beating on the Hated Gates, but the Hated Gates, like I said, just too much and has too much going for them right now. They want the belts back, but speaking of the tag team title belts, we are about to decide who's going to be the #1 contenders for the Wildcats Tag Team Championships. And hang on a second. I need to get my notes out here before they come out, because then I'm going to get yelled at again. So, give me a second here. Well, there's a Akiko Nakano and a Seiko coming out for their match. Again, fatal 4-way rules here. First pinfall or submission will be the winner. But Wayne K. Hayes has been after the last episode. Wayne K. Hayes was kind of how do I put this? He gave me a strongly worded message. So I'm going to find my notes so I make sure that I do this right, so that way I don't get yelled at and that Seiko doesn't yell at me again for getting their tag name pronunciation wrong. Kiyoki Sojo. Kiyoki. I'll get it right, Wayne. Don't send anyone after me again. I'm kidding about that. But here's a team that still doesn't have a tag team name, because we still haven't, no one's been able to figure out what kind of team name they should have. And that is, first off, the strongest in the world, Sakura Hagiwara, who has formed this team with Reiko Hinamoto. But again, I know on the last episode we I kind of floated out the idea of them getting a team name. Either the last episode or the episode before that. It was one of the episodes I suggested that we find a team name for them, and we haven't done that yet. And they haven't done that yet. So at some point, they're going to have a team name. I just don't know when, and I don't think they know either. But all that matters to them is that they get closer to the Wildcats tag team titles. But her and Reiko have been a hell of a team, I will admit. They got here by defeating Siren Song What's that? So Redeker, Wayne's assistant, has given me a text from Wayne that says thank you for trying to get their pronunciation right, and 2, that someone had already suggested a name for them, Mr. Justin Lupe, Shining Destiny, and I kind of like that. I will give this information to Lucinda, and she will give the information to them and see if they like it. And here comes the Zero Fighter, Reiko Hinamoto, former ACW Glamour X champion, but a woman who wants to be Wildcats Tag Team Champion. And if you told me a few years ago that she would want to be Wildcats Tag Team Champion, with Sakura Hagiwara, I'd call you a liar. Here comes team number 3. A former Wildcats Tag Team Championship team in their own right. And a team that vanquished their rivals, the Jersey Devils, to get this opportunity. There they are. Laura Riot on the left. 64 inches of dynamite Brittany Evans on the right. The Bombshell Club are here. And you talk about a team, I said about the Hated Gates. You want to talk about a team that's also been just as consistent. I would be remiss if I didn't put the Bombshell Club in that conversation. They started right around the time that the Hated Gates did. Finally got over the hump a few years ago and became Wildcats Tag Team Champions, but it didn't last very long. But you know they want those belts back. And Mercedes Sanchez has gotten her team back to top form, I believe. But then there's the final team. The team that kicked off this whole thing in the first place. The team that started this by attacking Sugar Cast in the first place. Ellie Rose and Envy Price. American Obsession making the other teams wait. And there they are. They have not endeared themselves very well with the rest of the division with their actions, but they made it perfectly clear that they deserved, in their opinion, the titles. They are also two-time Wildcats Tag Team Champions, and they believe they are the ones that deserve to be the stars of the division. Of course, Ellie Rose is also a former Wildcats champion. Envy Price, the current Purgatory Pro Wrestling World Champion. So 2 world champions, just like Sakura and Reiko, in this contest. I mean, Oseko also a former champion as well as Akiko. So a very loaded field here, and it's going to get a little hard to call the action. So you'll have to excuse me at certain points in this match because there are 8 women in this ring and maybe even outside the ring, but the only thing that matters at the end is that one person gets the pinfall. It's not a double pin here. It's not where one team member has to get a pinfall and then their other team member has to get a pinfall, even though that would be a very convoluted way to do things. First pinfall or submission will earn their team the #1 contenders match and the #1 contendership, I should say, and will face Bree George and SVR Sugar Kayla at Shattered Midnight for the tag team titles. And trust me, Bree and Kayla have been waiting on hands and, well, not hands and knees. We don't do that in this house. We love Bree George in this house. And we love SVR Sugar in this house. Always and forever. But they've been waiting patiently. They've been obviously competing in other promotions, COH and the like, in the meantime. But they have been waiting very patiently for Lucinda and Shazine to kind of sort out the mess with this tag team division, because it has been very cutthroat, as if the Wildcats tag team division has never not been cutthroat, as if the Wildcats division itself has never been cutthroat. But what I'm trying to say is, all of these teams, like 8 or 9 teams for the last few weeks, have been all trying to vie for these tag team titles, and we're down to 4. And we are going to get it down to 1 by the end of this match here. But again, that just tells you exactly how stacked this tag team division is, and how this tag team division has always been that way. You can't really pin one team in that certain box, because someone else could just come right in right afterward and take that contendership away just like that in the snap of a finger, because that's how talented this division is. And again, like I said, it's going to be a little hard to call all the action in this match, because everyone's in the ring at the same time. Sakura with a pinfall, but Laura breaking that up. Again, all these teams trying to vie for #1 contendership, as my friend Goldash used to say. And now Tornado DDT, as now both members of the Bombshell Club trying to go for a pin at the same time. That was a smart idea. Try to get one person to break one pin up, and hopefully they don't notice the second one. But that's exactly what happened, unfortunately for them. And now, again, this is a very chaotic tag match, as we should have expected. But again, all these teams want it, but only one are going to get it. And Kiyoki Sojo is in control for the most part, but now here comes Brittany and Ellie to break that up, and now Reiko tried to go for a pin, didn't connect. Now she's going for a second pin. Everybody's distracted seemingly, but Akiko quickly able to kick out. There's a spine buster by Laura. And now look at Ellie Rose with a burning hammer. Again, it's going to be a little hard to call all this action. Ashley, the referee in the ring, I'm surprised she's not been knocked down yet with all these women in the way. But she's got fast reflexes. AJ Monahan taught her well in the DCA Referee Academy that we don't have. It's the same academy that we don't have that Laura Wright came from. How do you think she's so good at wrestling? And now look at this. Ellie Rose, suplex neck breaker. And now Ellie going up top. What's she thinking here? Nope, never mind. I think she's played it smart. She doesn't want to take an unnecessary risk and cost her team the win here. Again, Ellie Rose, a former Wildcats champion. She's not going to make too many mistakes in there. And now Sakura with a pinfall. Only gets to, excuse me, that was Reiko with a pinfall. Reiko has about the same similar gear as Sakura. DDT by Envy. Facebuster by Sakura onto Oseko. Those two have a long history together. It was really Oseko that helped put Sakura on the map here in DCA back in 2016. Well, not 2016. That was way before Seiko came here. I think it was 2019. It was a few years ago. Let me put it that way. That redemption match with Sakura for the Goddess title that, like I said, put Sakura on that next level if she wasn't there already. Sakura, former two-time Goddess champion. Oseko, former Goddess champion in her own right. And now Akiko going for a pin, but Reiko breaking it up. Sakura getting out of that suplex by Envy. Envy now in trouble. And Envy might be getting some soft serve here. And drops her. Sakura with the cover. But Oseko breaking it up. Again, this is first pin or submission. It's not an elimination. So one person will be advancing their team to Shattered Midnight. And now Ellie going after Reiko. Clothesline. Net breaker by Laura. And now Ellie in trouble. No. I stand corrected. Meanwhile, Envy getting back in the ring. And now look at this. No autographs, please. By Ellie Rose, and that might be it. Everybody's distracted. 1, 2, no! Akiko just at the last split second able to break up the pinfall, but that could have been it. Impaler DDT by Envy, and a backstabber by Sakura right away. And now Laura, look at this. Twisting neckbreaker by Laura Riot into the cover. But Sakura breaking it up. Again, you got to keep your head on a swivel on this in this matchup, because at any point, one person could get a pinfall and that's it. But Sakura and Reiko, Shining Destiny, if we're going to call them that, are in control. Look at this. What a slam by Sakura. Envy now's got Oseko up on her shoulders, looking for something. Oseko trying to fight out of it, and she does. Chop block. Now Envy getting double teamed. Referee on the outside of the ring. I don't know how that happened. It's not false count anywhere. And now Ellie with the kendo stick on the Reiko, breaking up that pin by Sakura, and then gets dropped. Envy still has no clue where she is. There's a super kick. K&S, if you will. But Reiko breaking it up. And now Envy with the Impaler DDT on Reiko. And now a steel chair by Akiko. You know she's known for her hardcore tactics. We saw that at Death and Defiance. Neckbreaker on the chair by Brittany. And now Akiko, pinfall. Does this be it? Nope. That neckbreaker on the chair almost did it. And now Oseko from behind, backstabber. Envy breaking up that pin. There's a steel chair by Brittany, and another one. And another one. Brittany living up to her nickname that the late great Eddie Mack gave her, little 64 inches of dynamite. She has definitely been that in this match. That's for sure. And now Sakura again on the chair to Brittany. Back suplex to Reiko, and now meanwhile Ellie Rose gets stunnered. And in the cover, but Reiko quickly breaks it up. Envy on the outside of the ring. Sakura up top. Sweet dreams! Sweet dreams to Brittany! And this could be it. Everyone else is distracted. But Laura able to break it up just in time. That would have been it. And Sakura and Reiko would have been moving to Shattered Midnight for the tag team titles if that pin wasn't broken up, because there's no way Brittany would have kicked out of that. And now, oh wait, shooting star press, DDT! And I think Ellie's head hit the steel chair. And now, this might be it. No, wait. Brittany just didn't do more damage to Ellie. The Bombshell Club double teaming Ellie. Meanwhile, her partner Envy's on the outside, getting tagged by Reiko. So Ellie's in there all by herself, more or less. It's not like she can't get the job done by herself. She's done it before. She's a former Wildcats champion. Oh! Brittany tried to dive onto Ellie, but Ellie moved out of the way. I don't even think she realized that Brittany was diving on her. Or trying to. Soccer with some suplexes, but she doesn't notice. Ellie with shot of obsession. Kiko was. That is it. Akiko was obviously. Look at this. See, look how winded she was on the apron. Akiko could barely even stand up on her own. And then Reiko didn't even see this coming with the last bit of effort she had left. The shot of obsession. And look at how winded Akiko was. Couldn't even see the pinfall. And that was it. Ellie Rose, for her team, has now advanced American Obsession to what they wanted all along. And they will face Sugarcast for the tag titles at Shattered Midnight. Are we looking at 3-time tag team champions? Celeste Mira making it perfectly clear that she wants back the Goddess Championship coming up at Shattered Midnight. That is coming out in just a few days' time. that big match between her and the champion Megan Van Horn. But we also heard from Lexi Gates before the break saying that she and her partner Ariane Starr are focused on getting the tag team titles back, but right now we are set for this match, Suki and Carmen Cortez. And honestly, I don't know how the hell this match is going to go, but Carmen wanted a fight. She wanted somebody that could push her to her limit. She wanted somebody that could bring the fight just as much as her opponent at Shattered Midnight, Heather Ray. And I don't think there's a better candidate than Suki. So this is going to be very, very interesting. And here she comes, the baddest Carmen Cortez, for her first Wildcats match in quite a long time. But if you've seen her on social media, you know this thing with Heather Ray has reignited something in Carmen that, quite frankly, I haven't seen in quite a while. Carmen's been more focused on, let's just say, outside ventures, and not even counting the soon-to-be return of Scarlet Row Wrestling that she's been very passionate about, and really just, I've never seen her like more focused on one thing than she is on getting SRW back on the ground running. But this thing with Heather Ray has really reignited her desire to be a champion again. And I'm not just talking about the CCL women's title that she was the last champion of. No, I'm talking about or the Sudden Impact women's title that she had that, you know, is no longer exists. I'm talking about a current champion here, a current champion period. She wants that. And this feud with Heather Ray has only reignited that spark inside of her, that competitive spirit, that, dare I say, Revy-like mentality that she hasn't had in a while. And I think the fact that she took this match tonight, the fact that she wants to fight someone like Suki tonight, just days before Heather Ray, says a whole lot. Here we go. Suki and Carmen one-on-one. And if this is the first time that these two have fought, then hell, we're in for a hell of a show here. Suki trying to end it quickly, but, and thing is, Suki can end it quickly. Both of these women can end it pretty quickly. And now look at this. Fisherman suplex with a bridge. Very nice. But only a 1 count. German suplex with a bridge. Again, only a 1 count. And that's the one thing about Carmen. She's a brawler. She's ground and pound. But she can also wrestle. Spine buster. Cover. 1, 2, no. And now Carmen showing the fans that attitude that made her so popular. And I think for Carmen, this is a turning point for her. I mean, she said to herself on social media, she doesn't know how much longer she's going to be wrestling because she's going to be spending more time with Scarlet Row Wrestling. But the fact is, for the time that she still wants to wrestle, she's going to put everything into it. And now Suki, look at this. Again, Northern Lights. But Suki is a very dangerous woman. Don't let the looks fool you. She is a very, very dangerous woman. Look at this. Again, the Northern Lights holding the wrist down. 2-0. And normally Carmen likes that sort of thing, but tonight I think is a little different. And I don't think Suki wants to do that kind of playtime with Carmen. I think the playtime that Suki wants is to make sure that Carmen has her back to the mat for a 3 count in as much physical pain as possible. That's just how Suki is. Now look at this. Russian leg sweep onto the barricade. And now Suki back inside the ring. Irish whip into the ropes. Big hip toss. And a cover. Forearm driven right into the face. 1, 2, and no. And again, this is a test that Carmen wanted heading in to her match at Shattered Midnight with Heather Ray, which, by the way, I want to point out is the final Gateway to Heaven qualifying match for the Wildcats roster. Big clothesline. There's going to be 2 qualifying matches at Shattered Midnight, one of which is Nova Kane and Ovana Morgan. Headbutt by Carmen, cover. 1, 2, no. And the other one being Carmen and Heather. Those will be the last 2. Cover, 2 and 2.5. And if you're wondering and you're asking yourself, well, wait a minute, that will only leave 7 women qualified for the ladder match. Well, oh my God. Well, at Shattered Midnight, we will reveal the 8th participant in the Gateway to Heaven ladder match and the circumstances surrounding that 8th individual in the ladder match. Let's just say negotiations have been going on for the last several weeks about that. There's 2 and no. So that will be taking place at Shattered Midnight, as well as Suki in control, flattening Carmen into the mat. And Suki has retaken control. And now Suki, was she going to fly here? Yes, she is. Like I said, Suki is a very dangerous woman. Do not let the looks fool you. Do not let the size fool you. As you see here, look at this. This is why Carmen wanted to fight her. Because of that right there. Cover. 1, 2, no. And Suki getting a little frustrated, but that might make her even more dangerous. And And that might be what Carmen needs if she's going to prepare herself for Heather Ray. Look at this. Big knee. 1, 2, no. And now, Northern Lights with a bridge. 1, 2, no. And now look at this, Carmen with the right hands. And Suki's right back up. Again, Suki is not someone to mess with. She can take it as much as she can give it. Went for the clothesline kick to the midsection. And now the headbutts by Suki. Carmen gave him earlier. Suki returning the favor. And now Suki going up top. What's she thinking? Or she's putting Carmen up top. This cannot feel good. Or at least I don't think it will. Oh my gosh, strawberry cutter, no! Neck breaker from the top. I thought she was going for the strawberry cutter, but got a neck breaker instead, and no. I think just that time to get into a pin may have cost Suki there, because it took a lot out of her as well to deliver that neck breaker. And again, Suki just continuing to pour the pressure on Carmen, and that's exactly what Carmen wanted. Off the ropes, big kitchen sink. Up top again. Suki looking for something here. Went for the senton and nobody there. And Carmen telling her how she feels about it. And there's the calm shot. 1, 2, no. Carmen Cortez just continuing to pour the pressure on, but so is Suki. And now, oh wait, no, Suki gets out of it. Suki, kick to the midsection, and the X-Plex! X-Plex 2, no! Close, but not close enough. And now Suki just delivering the forearms, raking it into the face. And now, again. Suki just continuing to pour it on here. Clothesline. Carmen trying to come back. Another clothesline. And sweeps the leg. And now, went for the double jump elbow, nobody there. And headbutt. And went for the headbutt of her own, nobody there. Carmen, big back fist. Oh, but Suki going to the corner. And what is this? Slingshot. My God, the power. That's that Nordic power, I guess. And now, final assignment. 1, 2, no. Somewhere a violent Sate is watching this. One that Carmen misses dearly. but Suki again will not stay down. Another hip toss. Suki will not go away, and that's one thing you have to know about Strawberry Suki. She will not stay down. Hell, she doesn't even have strawberries anymore. I think she smushed all of them. Forearm. Clothesline avoided. Suki off the ropes. Suki going for something. Daring Carmen to hit her. Carmen will not back down. Neither of these women will. Off the ropes. And a big boot by Carmen. 1, 2, no. And now Suki pinning her cover. 1, 2, no. Right hand. Went for a chop. Suki took a step back. Suki now with right hands of her own. No, Carmen went for the chop. Gets a right hand instead. Chop. Right hand. Both women trying to go back and forth. Carmen went for another chop. Suki got out of the way. Mongolia chop block. Big back fist again. 1, no. Now Suki again just keeps pressing forward, and that's what Carmen wanted. She wanted somebody that could keep pushing the pace, because you know Heather Ray's going to do the exact same thing. And now right hand, what is Carmen thinking here? Oh, wait a minute. Double underhook suplex from the top. Cover. 1, 2, 2 3/4. This has been a hell of a match. Big knee, cover. 1, 2, no. And now Suki rolling out of the way. Suki, X-Plex again. Yes, she hits it. And now Suki again, just like she's fighting her own mind on what she wants to do to Carmen next. Clothesline. And there's the senton she was trying to hit earlier. 1, 2, no. Clothesline again. Carmen cannot get any offense. Wait, no, countered. Big boot again. Oh, went for the double axe handle. Suki able to get out of the way. No. Kick to the midsection. And now, facial out of nowhere. And Suki down. Cover. 2, no. And Carmen doesn't know what to do other than flipping off Suki. Suki blocked that clothesline. Suki drops Carmen. And now Suki waiting for Carmen to get up to her feet. Went for something here. Scoops her up. No. Countered by Carmen. And a clothesline to the back. And now Carmen's going up. Waiting for Suki to get up. And a diving DDT. 1, 2, no. Off the ropes. Clothesline, no. Carmen just gets thrown out to the floor. And now Suki, big clothesline, springboard. This has been Suki's best performance in DCA in quite a while. And that is a testament to how talented Suki is. Carmen rolls her up though. 1, 2, no. Clothesline avoided. Suki off the ropes. Big back fist again. That has been Carmen's secret weapon this whole match. Oh, but Suki's back up. Gets kicked away. Oh, went for something there, but Suki able to catch her and then drops her head first. Cover. 1, 2, no. And Suki frustrated that didn't get the win. And I don't know what Suki's going to have to do to put Carmen away here. I don't know what Carmen's going to have to do to put Suki away, to be honest with you. They have both tried everything and nothing seems to work. Big knee, but nobody there. Excuse me, a fist drop and then a knee by Carmen. And a chop, taking Suki down. Oh, but Suki's right back up. And she's asking for more. Gets a clothesline for her efforts. And now, Carmen going for something, but no! Big forearm by Suki and a chop and a foot. And now Suki laying in the leather now. Look at this. Just pounding away on Carmen. You can see the welts all over Carmen. I think she's also cut open from that forearm. And look at this. Suki standing on her neck and then just stomps down on it. Suki is in firm control now. And now, oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. I went for something off the top, maybe a DDT. But Suki, oh, no. Ducked underneath. No, right hand. No, Suki again. Every time she tries something, Carmen just has an answer, but you can say the same thing about Suki. And oh my God, crossbody. She put everything into that one. Going after that cut. Again, continuing to do so. Up top, went for the headbutt again, nobody there. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Looking for something, double underhook, but then just stomps her on the toes. And then rolls her up. 1, 2, no. This has been a hell of a match, folks. And this isn't even the last match of the night, believe it or not. Off the ropes. No, went for something there and nobody home in the corner. And big knee. And now Carmen, back fist again. Off the ropes. Oh wait, no. Is she going for the... Oh. There she might be. Look out. Oh, maybe going for that punt kick or something similar. Suki able to counter and roll her up. 1, 2. Just a 2 count again. But oh my God, out of nowhere. Red asphalt out of nowhere. And now Carmen gonna put the exclamation point on it and kicks her head off. 1, 2, got her. What a match. Suki gave Carmen everything, but look at this. After this pin, right as Suki got up, bang! Red asphalt. And then this punt kick right to the side of the head. And that was it. And Carmen Cortez, did she get everything that she asked for? When she said she wanted a fight to get ready for Heather Ray. Maybe that's exactly what she got, because that was nothing short of a fight. Congratulations, Carmen.
Now let's go.
We are back to DCA Wildcats, a incredible match between Suki and Carmen Cortez. Carmen, like I said, wanted to prepare herself for Heather Ray at Shattered Midnight in that Gateway to Heaven qualifying match. And like I said, the other qualifying match coming up at Shattered Midnight is going to be Nova Kane and Ovana Morgan, a rematch from Redemption. But right now, speaking of rematches, we are getting ready for our Diamonds Championship rematch. Dani Rojas wanted this match, and Ariane Sophie Jones accepted the match. Dani said it didn't matter if the belt was on the line or not. She just wanted to settle the score. They are 1-1 against each other, and this is the rubber match. It just so happens that Ariane is the current Diamonds champion. Dani, of course, coming off of a rough loss to Kiva Andrews in a Gateway to Heaven qualifier, but she has got to get her head back in the game if she's going to get back the Diamonds title. She is a former champion, and she wouldn't have gotten this rematch otherwise if Ariane didn't accept it. But of course, Ariane is a fighting champion. She does not want to duck and dodge anybody. So I guess we're going to see how this plays out. Here she comes. The current DCA Diamonds champion, Ariane Sophie Jones Woods, making her way out to the ring. and she is proud to hold that title. She's worked her entire DCA career for a championship like that one. And it was even sweeter to take it off of somebody that she felt didn't respect her, that didn't value her as a competitor. But I think Dani has, over the last couple of weeks and last couple of months, has grown to begrudgingly respect Ariane and her skills and her abilities. But make no mistake about it, that championship belt means a lot to Ariane. She is proud to hold that Diamonds Championship. And she will look to defend it here tonight. You can see the focus in Ariane's eyes. Because that's how much this championship means to her. She cares about this title. She cares about being a champion in DCA. But so does that woman right there, Dani Rojas. She cares just as much about holding that title. Dani Rojas, believe it or not, she didn't back down from fights either. She defended that Diamonds Championship as well. But Ariane Jones-Woods wants to leave here tonight with that championship around her waist once again. Our referee Daphne holding up, or Jasmine, excuse me, holding up the Diamonds Championship belt. Here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, I've just been informed, yes, this is indeed our main event for Wildcats, 233. It is Ariane Jones-Woods against Dani Rojas for the Diamonds title. And after this match, we will hear from the DCA Wildcats champion, Beatrix Decker. She wanted, I said at the beginning of this night that I had been told she was going to wrestle tonight, but no, she is going to speak on her title match coming up at Gateway to Heaven against Amber Stevens. That is going to be how we're closing out tonight's episode. Is Dani going to take a minute on the apron? Dani knows that she has to either pin or make Ariane submit to win this championship. She's got no other choices. And now Ariane in the quick cover. One. Nope. And again, Ariane has wanted this match. Wow, spiral bomb. Cover. 1, 2. No, 2 3/4. That was almost it right there. And Dani gonna again take a minute on the outside of the ring. She's got till 10 to get in there, but she cannot take a count out here. She can't win the belt like that. Dani's going to have to use her cunning and her tactics in order to outwit Ariane here. Cover 1, 2, no. Because if she can make this a fight, then she may have the advantage here. And now look at this side headlock takeover. Dani trying to slow Ariane down. And now just walking over her. And then moonsaults her. Cover. 1, 2. Nope. Dani also can't afford to get frustrated either. Double axe handle, nobody there. Gets a shot to the midsection for her troubles. And now look at this. Ariane. Suplex. Cover. 2. Nope. And honestly, this match is a deeply important one for another reason. Crossbody by Dani. And quickly into a cover. 1, 2, no. This is an important match for another reason. Because the winner of this match will defend the Diamonds Championship at Gateway to Heaven against the #1 contender, Trinity, who won that match, who won the right to get a future Diamonds title shot. So Suzuka said she was going to cash her shot in. And it looks like she's going to do that at Gateway to Heaven. Of course, she's got to go through Shattered Midnight first, but her title shot isn't on the line in that 8-woman tag match. Moonsault again by Dani. And now what's this? Stomping on the face. And another one. And Dani in firm control. Ariane trying to get back up, but this is what I was saying earlier. If Dani can make this a fight, if she can slow this pace down, then she may have the edge here. Look at this. Dani just continuing. Cover. 1, 2, no. Like I said, she wants to make this a fight. And if there's one person who can make this a straight up fight, is Dani Rojas, but Ariane kicks her right in the face. And now, Ariane, look at this. Those cowgirl boots coming into play. Those specialized cowgirl boots. Used to great effect in a backbreaker. And then a pump kick. Into the cover. 1, 2, no. And now, Dani caught her and kicks her in the midsection. And once again, just when it looked like Ariane was going to get control, Dani goes right back, and now Ariane comes right back with kicks to the hamstring. Going for this spiral bomb again and connects with it. Doesn't go for a pin this time, though. Up top. What's she thinking? Double foot stomp, nobody home. And Dani again taking advantage. Just that quickly, Dani Rojas is back in the driver's seat. And now, oh, what is this? Oh, no. Oh, look at this. Oh! Hanging her up on the middle rope. And now, oh, look at this. Shades of one of Ariane's best friends and one of Dani's closest rivals, Carmen Cortez, with the Rose's Thorns, otherwise known as the Last Chancery. But that has got to be a shot across the bow in some respects, as she's locked that in the middle of the ring, all near near enough. Dani just cranking back on the neck, trying her best to get her to submit, to get Ariane to submit. And how humiliating would it be for Ariane to lose this title, submitting to a hold that her best friend made famous. Practically a sister in a way to Ariane. But Dani has got this locked in tight, and Dani has this locked in pretty good, but Ariane using her strength and then punching her way free. I went for the boot, nobody home, and a headbutt. Dani Rojas again, just continuing to make this a fight, like I said. And now just slamming Ariane's head into the mat. And just again, no wasted motion. This is what Dani Rojas is good at, but then there's a DDT from Ariane to counter that. And outside the ring goes Dani. And now Ariane running in, but again, another headbutt. I don't know what what Ariane has to do here to counter this, but again, Dani has shut this down and made this a fight, and that is where she's going to have the advantage. And now Ricola Bomb coming. Connected. And the cover. Oh, but just a 2 count. And this is the strategy that Dani needs to keep employing if she's going to win. But look at this. Ariane with a backbreaker. And now on Brett's rope, the most dangerous rope, and a double axe handle to the back. And again on Brett's rope. And oh, wait, no. Rolls through into a sit-out powerbomb again. Working on the back of Dani. And into the cover. 2, no. And now, oh, went for the spear, nobody home. Look at this. Now Dani showing her power and a backbreaker. Tilt-a-whirl into the backbreaker. 1, 2, no. Dani, again, trying to make this a fight, pulling the hair up and down. And now back into the corner, hard into the corner. Trying to come back, but no. Ariane went for a clothesline, nobody there. And now, look at Dani with these right hands. And again, she's going to slingshot her again. Yes, she is. Into the middle turnbuckle. Into the middle rope. Up top. Dani with a picture-perfect moonsault. Executed beautifully, but again, Ariane kicks out. And this is what I mean when I said that Dani, if she made this a fight, it would be to her advantage, because now she's slowed the pace down. She's slowed Ariane down, and Ariane can't fly around. She can't strike as hard or as much, and Dani has got her grounded. And this is the strategy that she's going to need if she's going to win this thing. Ariane with a spear. Out of nowhere, a spear. 2, no. And now Dani's in the corner. But Ariane gets her out of the corner. Went for the senton and nobody home. And now from behind, backbreaker. And now going up to the top rope. And a guillotine leg drop. There's 2. And that's all she's going to get. But again, Dani is not going to slow down for 1 second, and she shouldn't. Because if she's going to win this title, if she's going to win it back, she's going to have to keep the pressure on. The difference between this match and their redemption match is that, like I said, Dani has to keep to the rules. She can't use weapons or any of that stuff. But it's not like she needs weapons. She's her own weapon. Dani with these multiple headbutts and then a Samoan drop. 1, 2, no. And now look at this. Again, just taking her up and down. And now just stomping away, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Ariane is bleeding and then just delivers a knee, sending Dani to the outside. And now Ariane with a suicide dive to the floor. And now what's this? Sending Dani face first into the steel steps. And now Dani just can't even get back in the ring. She's so winded. And now what's the... Oh, wait. Oh, not again. Not again, a second time into the stairs. I think Ariane's saying if we're going to play for blood, we're going to play for blood, and that's exactly what's happening here. Both women bleeding, but that's how important this match is. That's how important this Diamonds Championship has become here in DCA. We've already heard, wait a minute, cover off that chop. 2, no. We already heard in the past that Shelly Oliver, the newest member of the Wildcats roster, wants a shot at the Diamonds title. She's already in the Gateway to Heaven ladder match. But you know, she wouldn't mind chasing more gold. Any gold she can get, she wants it. There's a headbutt by Ariane, but only gets a 2. Went for a knee lift, nobody there. Dani now wrenching the arm, gets a forearm. And there's the Famouser. Into the cover off the Famouser. 2. Oh. You want to talk about a close call. That was a close call. And a knee. And now double foot stomp, no. Backslide only gets a 2. Wrenching the arm again, a forearm. Both women going back and forth. There's a clothesline. And now what is Dani thinking here? Dani, oh, I don't know what she was going to try there. But whatever it wasn't enough. And now, wait a minute, double underhook into the gutbuster. But that took everything out of Ariane also. And both women are down. This highly important Diamonds Championship match as we get closer and closer to Shattered Midnight. And there's the headlock driver. And that might be it. 1, 2, no! Went for the knee lift, no. And now the pin by Dani. Dani with a pin, 2, no. Off the ropes, big kick by Ariane. Went for the famouser again. Dani this time took a step back to avoid it. Now what is this? Oh, look at this. Dragon Sleeper in the corner. But she can't win that way. Off the ropes, Dani with a power slam. And there's a kick to the back. 2, no. And Dani again just pouring the pressure on. But she has, like I said, that's how she has to. If she's going to be the Diamonds champion once again. Uh-oh. Suplex, no. Counter. And there's a huge elbow drop. 1, 2, no. This has been a hell of a Diamonds Championship match. Both of these women giving it everything they have. Another Samoan drop. And now what the heck is Dani doing here? Another guillotine leg drop. Only a 1 count this time though. And Ariane, she wants more. There's a kick. And I went for the famouser, but gets caught with a power bomb. Caught with a power bomb. 1, 2, no. Ariane off the ropes looking for something. No kick. Excuse me. Strikes delivered. And now Dani out of the way. Snapmare. Running in. Big kick. Taking her head off damn near, but oh wait, Ariane's back up. And that knocks Dani off that top. Again, back and forth, like I said, into a pin. 1, 2, no. I don't honestly know what it's going to take for one of these two to beat the other. They've gone back and forth. Look at the blood coming down Ariane's face. But the same can be said for Dani Rojas as well. And now, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Out of the corner with a power slam. 2. I don't know how in the hell Dani kicked out of that. She put everything she had into that power slam. And now the spear. That has to be it. It's over. 1, 2, no! If you don't think that Dani wants this belt back in the worst way, then you're lying to yourself. Another Ricola bomb. And now look at this. There's Viva Libertad. That's got to be it. That has got to be it. Dropped her on her head, but Ariane kicks out again. This has been a hell of a match. But like I said, this is what this championship is all about. Uh-oh. Look at this. Superplex into the final cut. Almost like a brainbuster, more or less. And another elbow. 1, 2, no. And a boot right to the face. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is what she used to win the title before. Barn burner! Barn burner! 2! No! And Ariane can't believe it. She thought she had it won right there. But again, I think Dani realizes this may be her last shot to win this championship. This may be her only opportunity, and she cannot squander it. She cannot waste it. Uh-oh. Dani, wait a minute, looking for Viva Libertad off the top. And she got it off the top. That's it. We have a new... No, we do not. I don't know anymore, folks. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take. I mean, they've hit everything on each other. A headbutt. Just continuing to headbutt her. And another one. And went for the leg drop, nobody there. And then just gets kicked. Now what's she thinking? Uh-oh. Power slam again. Got it! Oh, a kick right to the face. Ariane back up, but now gets put back down in the pin. 2, no. And there's the cowgirl kiss into the German, but the ropes. And again, Ariane just doesn't know. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe she does know what she's going to do. Is she going to hit another spear? And she gets it. No, a knee up. Dani got the knees up after she was going for that spear. And now Dani got her up. No. Wait a minute. Ariane spins her out. Power bomb. 1, 2. No. Again, back and forth. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Dani going for something here. No, powerbomb countered. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, my God. Just stretching her out. This slams her down. And this might be it right here. DDT counter. And Ariane may be in trouble. Oh, here we go. If she hits this again, it's over. Now cowgirl kiss into the German. Dani rolling over, but I don't think she notices. She's out of it. Ariane, that has to be it. 1, 2. Ariane retains. But what a hell of a match. Ariane Jones Woods retains, but what a fight. And that's exactly what this was. If this was the last time these two are going to fight each other, then hell, they gave it everything they had. Look at this. I think she was going for a brain buster, but then got the knee up, smacked her into that, and then bang. And this time, it was not near the ropes, but she was so winded, all she could do was drop her on the back of her head. And Dani was so winded that she didn't even know where she was for Ariane to get the pinfall and retain the Diamonds Championship. What a main event, folks. And Ariane celebrating in the ring. She's bloody, she's battered, she's bruised, but she is still the Diamonds Champion and will be going on to, wait a minute. As I was about to say, there she is, Trinity, and there's Suzuka. Trinity, who won a #1 contenders match to earn the right to face the champion. There's another neck breaker on an already bloodied, already battered Ariane Jones Woods. And you gotta believe this was at the direction of Suzuka and Izunami. No doubt about it. As I said, Suzuka directing the traffic for her protege, so to speak. And Suzuka not even objecting And this is what Yuki and the others are fighting for at Shattered Midnight, to stop that from happening. Look at her taunting the fans. This is a different Trinity than we have seen in the past. But it may be the Trinity that not only stays with the Lotus Collective after Shattered Midnight, but it may be the Trinity that walks out of Gateway to Heaven with that championship belt right there, the Diamonds Championship. Will we see that in these next two shows? Only time will tell. And wait a minute, in the back, that's Heather Ray and that's Carmen. You knew that at some point these two were going to find each other again, and it looks like they found each other as Carmen was about to leave the building. These two are going to fight at Shattered Midnight for the right to be in the Gateway to Heaven ladder match, but I don't think they want to wait that long. They've been banned from the building for weeks just to avoid this, but I don't think Heather gave a damn about a ban tonight. She just wanted to get her hands on the baddest. And when you put the baddest and the devil's favorite daughter in the same ring at the same time, with stakes like Gateway to Heaven on the line, you know it's going to be a bloody and violent fight.
We rise with the dawn, hearts beating strong. We march on and on, where we belong. Through fire and pain, we break every chain. Nothing in vain, strength we attain. We are warriors, fighters and survivors. We stand tall, never will we fall. We are warriors, fighters and survivors. In the darkest night, we see the light. We're the fighters, we're survivors. We are warriors, fighters and survivors. We stand tall, never will we fall. We are warriors, fighters and survivors.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and these two have been fighting through the commercial break. And obviously security isn't going to come out there and stand between these two women. They want to live. Oh my God, Carmen's about to send her through that table, but Heather Ray fighting out of it. And now Heather's trying to send Carmen through the table and gets sent through the table herself. And now Carmen off that. Oh my God. And this is just a taste of what you're going to see at Shattered Midnight. These two in a Gateway to Heaven qualifying match. Novocaine and Ivana Morgan in a Gateway to Heaven qualifying match. Good God, on the chair. The tag titles on the line. Sugarcast and American Obsession. Megan Van Horn defending the Diamond's title against Celesta Mira. Excuse me, the Goddess title against Celesta Mira. And then, of course, Suzuka and the Lotus Collective against Suzumi, Morgan Raycroft, Miyako, and Yuki Marie. That's all coming up at Shattered Midnight on the next episode. That's a few days away, but Gateway to Heaven is shaping up to be a hell of a show as well. The Gateway to Heaven ladder match on the men's and women's sides. And of course, the world title on the line. Dante Styles defending against James Dark. And then we have this match with this woman. The current Queens of Wrestling champion and the current DCA Wildcats champion. We are about to hear from Beatrix Decker, and the last time we saw this woman on Wildcats, she laid out a bloodied Amber Stevens and basically gave her the title shot at Gateway to Heaven, only just for the sole purpose of ending Amber for good, because she feels like Amber lied to her, not only her but others as well, but this is mostly about her. You know the history between Black November and Trixie Decker. You know the history of what Amber did to Trixie. Trixie laid it out for everyone to hear. She didn't shy away from it. She hasn't hid from it. Everyone knows the history. This is all about revenge. It's not even so much about the belt as it is about Beatrix, not Trixie, Beatrix wanting to finish what Trixie started and end Amber Stevens' career for good. Basically saying, Amber, you said after I beat you, after I put you out, that your career was over, and you lied to me about that. So this time, I'm gonna make sure you stay away for good. I'm gonna make sure your career ends. It won't be a lie when I'm done. It won't be a trick when I'm done. All I wanted was answers on why you did what you did. All I wanted was an apology. All I wanted was at least some growth from you. But you're still the same that you've always been, and I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it at Gateway to Heaven, but the lights are out. The lights are, oh my God. That's Amber with a steel chair and just cracked it over the head, just like Beatrix did to Amber a few weeks ago. Amber's returning the favor. We haven't seen or heard from Amber since that attack, and it looks like Amber's taking it out on the champion. Look at her pacing. This is a different Amber Stevens right here, folks. This is a different Amber Stevens. This is a violent. Look at her. She is not letting Beatrix get to her feet. She is not letting this woman stand up. Just repeated chair shots over and over again. Yelling at her even. And another shot. Look at her pacing around, demanding for Beatrix to get up to her feet, just so she can hit her again. That's like 7 or 8 chair shots. And oh my God, look at the blood from Beatrix's head from those shots. I don't even think she knows where she is. And there's the super kick. This is an Amber Stevens that I have not seen in a long time. It looks like Beatrix has brought that violent Amber back to the surface, and it just gets dropped on the chair. And if this is the Amber that Beatrix has brought out for Gateway to Heaven, then if this is what Beatrix wanted, then this Amber Stevens might come back to the top of the mountain. She said one more reign, she might get it at Gateway to Heaven. Does Beatrix realize the monster she created? Maybe she just has.